YouTube, for years you have been aggravatingly vague, but this time it's going to cost me and every other YouTuber $42,000? Let me explain. Recently, this week, YouTube rolled out a new privacy policy involving us, the YouTuber, to make sure the content we make is for the right appropriate audience. E.g., we should not be making content for kids if we don't want to make content for kids. And we have to label our YouTube channels and our videos as such. The problem is we don't know what that is. We don't know what's the right thing to do here. YouTube has legally and blatantly not disclosed that information, what is appropriate for kids and what it's not. But why for this anyway? Well, YouTube and essentially Google got caught red-handed target advertising for kids and being in direct violation of COPPA. What is COPPA? The Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act. That is what it is. Because of this, the blame has been solely placed on us, the YouTuber. Let me be abundantly clear. We are not to blame. We don't know what is appropriate for kids and what is not. And because of YouTube's vagueness and bad AI, which is another problem of YouTube, it has grown to the problem of our channels and our livelihoods, our jobs, being put under scrutiny. Due to YouTube's vague policies and vague AI, we are under scrutiny. They are never clear and they are never trusting to us. We can't trust YouTube. We have never been able to trust YouTube. For years, this website has dealt with false people on this website have dealt with false copyright claims, false channel takedowns, false takeovers, and false demonetizations. And for years, because of it, we have had to deal with all of YouTube's vagueness. They don't tell us what is safe for consumption. We don't know how much of something we are able to show due to YouTube's copyright algorithm. And even YouTube's algorithm for viewership has greatly affected many YouTube channels. Before YouTube allowed us to create channels at our own pace. But recently YouTube has made it so we can't make videos at whatever pace or whatever length we want anymore. They have to be above 10 minutes or else we don't get exposure. This has killed many animation channels. But now once again, it is upon YouTube's own lack of clarity and lack of communication that we might have to deal with the branding iron in our face again. And quite frankly, I am appalled and disgusted by it. Too many times we have been under scrutiny for this. And I'm for one not taking it anymore. And also, I believe I don't have to say it, but in the event I have to, parents are not to blame here. YouTube is. We are not to blame either. YouTube is. But I also feel like this needs to be said, but it shouldn't have to be. Technology is not a replacement for parenting. Or is technology a replacement for a parent? A parent is responsible for what their child consumes. A parent should know what is appropriate for kids or what is not appropriate for kids. Let me put to you in simple terms. If it has a rating of TVY7 or TVY, it's appropriate for children. If it's TV14 or TVV or TVMA, it is not appropriate for children. If it ranges on TV14, viewer discretion is advised and a parent should be present with the child. That is for TV. And even with movies and video games, there's clear and concise ratings for this. If it's appropriate for children, it is rated C for EC for early childhood, rated E for everyone, E10 and up, and if it's not appropriate for children, it is rated T and rated M. There is an adult rating, but most of that but any game placed under the adult rating is pornography. For movies, it's simple. If it's for kids, it's rated G. If it's rated PG, it's for kids, but bring a parent. If it's PG-13, bring a child. You can bring your kid, but know your kid. What is he able to understand? What is he able to handle? And what is his level of maturity? If it's rated R, don't take your kids. Unless they are 17, unless they are able to handle it and you are responsible for them. If it is NC-17, hire a sitter. Those are clear and simple rules for the internet. For movies, TV, and video games. YouTube does not have that. It does not have a viable age rating. It doesn't have a GA, general audience, or V for violence, or this video is rated PG-13. This content is not suitable for children. We do not have the tools to openly say what this is rated for or what this is for meant to be. We cannot able to properly filter the general audience in question. We don't have those tools. And now we are forced to make the decision on what it is without clear and concise instruction. This is the problem. And this is why I'm against this proposal, because it has made YouTube incredibly vague once again. This time to the detriment of all YouTubers. YouTubers who are affected by this: creators of arts and crafts, toy reviewers, video game content creators, critics of television, critics of cartoons, critics of television and information, and people who are in the content of education. Yes, there are categories for YouTube, many categories, but YouTube itself doesn't really do a good job of having a rating system for this stuff. There is no rating system for YouTube. Like saying, oh, it's quite simple, really. If it's this letter accompanying it, it's safe for kids. But if it's this letter, it is not safe for kids and they shouldn't watch it. We don't have that. We don't have a, hey, this is TVMA. Your children shouldn't be watching this. They shouldn't allowed to be watching this. They should be somewhere else. It's not as if the internet was built on this type of law or these types of rules with children in mind. They were not. It was never meant for that, built for that. Television, movies, video games, and even comic books were made for that. There are proper ratings for these. And even when video games became under this, they made their own thing. Because of Mortal Kombat, Night Trap, what was it? Never mind. Not important. Because of those things, the early Systems Ratings Board and the Movie Parental Aging Association was made. Well, I think the MPAA predates the ESRB. I have no idea about the history of the MPAA. I only know about the history of the ESRB, the Early Systems Ratings Board. And I am not against the Federal Trade Commission. I am against YouTube's vague clarity on it, or lack thereof. So, because of these, we are under scrutiny. And now, we need to speak up. Please. Or else we're done. It's game over. So, in short, YouTube messed up. We had to take the blame for it. YouTube's being big again. But this time, it could cost us $42,000. I leave you with this question. Why should we, the creators, the content creators, be under viable scrutiny for this? Why should we be under under law and fire for something that is out of our control, why should we be persecuted for it when it has to deal with lack of communication? Why should we have to pay a very hefty fee that not many of us can actually pay? YouTube is also not really good at make money. Because of this, YouTube has these target ads. We rely heavily on ad revenue. This is also why we are in trouble and under scrutiny. Just to add that in. But again, I ask the question, why should we be under fire? Because of a mistake that was not made by us. We didn't know YouTube was breaking the law. We did not know they were under violation of COPA laws until quite recently. And some of us still don't. I hope this video has at least shed some light on it. I think we should not be able to be put under viable and monetary legal trouble for this, but here we are. I hope this video has at least explained ourselves and our side, but I doubt that since my channel is very small. So I ask of you this one time, please like, comment, and share this video. Especially share this video. Sharing this video will help immensely get the message out.